Good day, my shakers and my movers of I choose. It's been a while, yes. I cut the locks off. Anyway, just want to come to you briefly. Some of you know that I am on a PhD journey, earning my PhD in applied behavior. And it's tough. And I inquired a group of sisters like none other in my track one, and that's getting prepared to do my dissertation, gathering a topic and things like that. And we enjoyed each other, and we loved on each other, and we encouraged each other. So fast forward to now of why I'm making this quick video is we're one day away from ending this particular semester, and I just felt overwhelmed in my mind, overwhelmed in my body. And so we created a group that when one another achieves something, or we just need to be encouraged, we'll text something in the group, and one of the sisters, one of my amazing sisters, will respond and encourage, and they're everywhere. You got some in Virginia, some here, some there, and so I text in the group that I'm feeling really weak, and I was feeling really discouraged, and I'm sitting at my kitchen table, and I'm like, I don't think I can do it. Long story short story, not too long. Holy Spirit led me to study, and I believe it was Proverbs 27:17. You may want to check it to make sure I'm correct, but it says, iron sharpens iron. And I've heard this statement for years, but I've never studied it. So hearing the statement, hearing a breakdown revelation from someone else is totally different when you allow yourself to hear it from Holy Spirit. So that morning, about 5 this morning, I began to study iron sharpen iron, and I just wanted to share with you briefly for those who may feel the way I just felt about 30 seconds ago. Now, I got this revelation earlier this week, and it felt good, but it didn't really. Oh, let me just tell you the story. Okay, so I got the revelation, and I did some research on iron and found out that metal, which is very strong, it's made up of 90% of iron, and that is what makes it so strong, because it's made up of one of the strongest pieces of, I don't know if you want to call it iron, metal, but metal is made up of 90% of iron. So I asked Holy Spirit, why would he liken us to iron? And he told me, he says, because I, meaning him, the creator, is the strongest of all that is created. And because we come from him, we are the strongest of everything that he created. And that's why he likened us to iron. But there's something significantly that happens when you heat up iron. When you heat up iron at a significant temperature, it begins, when the heat comes, it begins to become ductile, which basically means that it's able to be deformed without losing its toughness. But it is able to be deformed, okay? And also, in that same word, it becomes pliable, which means that it's easily bent. Okay, stay with me. It's flexible, but it will not crack. So you got ductile, it's able to be deformed, but it doesn't lose its toughness. And you have pliable, which means it's easily bent, and it's flexible, but it will not crack. Think about that for a moment. So in that moment of extreme heat that comes, trials, tribulations, weariness, depression, anxiety, overwhelmed, tired, pick me. We become that heat signifying events and things that happen. We become pliable, we become ductile, And in that moment, another piece of iron that is not going through a significant amount of heat at that moment is able to come and put us back in our original form. Stay with me. This is so good. They are able to iron. Here's iron, but it's ductile. It's pliable because the heat is there. The pressure is on. The overwhelming, the anxiety, the depression, the want to give up. And you're here. You're not so we were here, but now we're here. We're limped over. This pinky, side note, got in a bad accident and it broke. So it grew back, broke. Okay, so there's pain in being rebroken. Ooh, that's another whole topic. So we're here, but the heat has come, so now we're here. But then we got our sister or our neighbor, our brother, whoever it may be, who's iron, who's not going through the heat at that moment. They're able to take us and put us back in our original form. Oh my gosh, that's so good. And so that happened earlier this week, and I was excited and I was going, but some other events happened and it kind of weighed on me. And anybody that know me, you got my friends who call me Roz, and you got my clients and former students who call me Miss B, know that it doesn't matter what I'm going through. I will still encourage someone else because those are seeds that are planted, and I need those seeds to grow so when I'm in that moment of needing something, they can come back to me. So fast forward to this very moment that I wanted to. I'm at my computer and I want to just stop. I just won't get the PhD. So I text my sisters, okay, and I tell them, I'm very transparent and honest, and I'm like, I'm just weak. And these ladies poured back into me in such a way that me with the heat like this, and at that moment they're like this, they put me back up. And honey, I got up and I got on my computer and I said, I got this. And the reason I have this because my sisters got this. So they actually sent me a video. I did not know they videoed me at the time, but we were in class. I just met these women. We have been together for the weekend. And I began to write something personally about each of them of what I saw. And it touched them. And someone recorded it. I think my country sister. I love her so much. She recorded it. And in the moment that I needed most, that seed that I planted on that day last year, she gave me the fruit of that. And that is what put me back in this position. So I got this. So what I'm saying is the long story, and I'm glad that you sat with me. It's about 8 minutes in. I'm trying to cut it up. Is that whoever you are, whether you be man, woman, boy, girl, whatever you're going through, whatever situation has you to the point where you feel like I am done, I just can't do it. Be that suicidal thoughts, or be that just I want to give up whatever task that I started. I am here to tell you, don't give up. You got this. You were created to be one of the strongest creations on this planet. But sometimes we forget who we are, and we forget our power, and we forget our authority. So I just want to say right quick that whatever you're going through, you are bigger than what you're going through. You can do more than your mind ever imagined. Make a choice to get up and say, I will not quit. Not today. One day at a time. We're not worried about tomorrow. But as of today, I will not quit. Because I am what the Bible declared me to be. Whether you believe in God or not, I am telling you, you are more than a conqueror. You got this. Because there's others around you who have it. And if they love you and they have it, they'll give it back to you. So I choose shakers and movers. I am telling you today that I choose to keep going forward on this PhD journey. I thank you for being with me. And most importantly, I thank my sisters. I thank all my sisters that are iron. I love you guys, and stay encouraged. Until then, keep choosing you.